Gen X, the most frustrated drivers on the road, with 74% insisting a car should have a simple physical knob for volume, not a slippery touchscreen. But that nostalgia comes at a price. Nearly 1 in 10 Gen Xers are now trapped in what feels like permanent debt, paying $1,000 per month on car loans just to afford the features they trust. Why are the drivers who shape the modern car suddenly fighting for control and paying the highest price? The answer reveals far more than just a craving for buttons. On January 1st, 2026, a new rule changed the course of car design across Europe. For the first time, automakers could lose their top safety rating if drivers had to hunt through screens for basics like turn signals or windshield wipers. The updated protocols from Euro NCAP demanded physical controls for 5 essential functions: indicators, hazard lights, horn, wipers, and emergency call. The decision came after years of mounting complaints about touchscreen overload, with drivers missing exits or fumbling for controls that once fit under a fingertip. Consumer feedback drove the shift. In surveys and focus groups, drivers in their late 40s and 50s voiced the loudest frustration. They remembered when a volume knob was always where you expected, not hidden in a menu. Human-machine interface studies backed them up. Every extra second spent tapping a screen meant eyes off the road. The result was clear. Physical controls for critical features were not just about nostalgia and safety. Dr. Michiel van Radingen called the move a return to cutting-edge safety where it matters most, saving lives. Automakers scrambled to redesign dashboards, pulling engineers off sleek glass panels to bring back the humble button. The change was not just cosmetic. Under the 2026 protocols, vehicles faced rigorous tests, with points awarded for intuitive, tactile controls that could be found and used without a glance. Gen X, raised on mechanical switches and analog dials, found their preferences echoed in the new rules. Industry observers noted that this generation, now in their peak earning years, held a third of new car sales and nearly half of used sales. Their collective voice, demanding clarity, reliability, and a break from digital distractions, had become impossible for manufacturers to ignore. But retooling assembly lines and redesigning interiors came at a cost, one that would soon show up in monthly payments and loan terms. The sticker price is only the beginning. For Gen X families in 2026, the real shock comes each month, when the car payment lands with the weight of a second mortgage. Nearly 1 in 10 Gen X auto loan holders now pay $1,000 or more each month, more than any other generation. The source of this burden is not luxury for its own sake. It is safety, practicality, and the rising cost of technology that is no longer optional. Dealerships pitch advanced driver assistance packages as essential for keeping families safe. Blind spot monitors, emergency braking, adaptive cruise. They are bundled into trim levels that push the cost of a new SUV or crossover past $40,000. For a family buyer, the math is simple but unforgiving. To keep payments under control, more than half of Gen X borrowers stretch their loans to 72 months or longer. 7-year terms are now routine, with some buyers signing for 84 months just to avoid crossing that $1,000 threshold. Loan documents tell the story in black and white. A $45,000 vehicle financed over 7 years at current rates means paying nearly $12,000 in interest alone. The monthly payment drops, but the debt lingers long after the new car smell fades. Financial advisors warn about negative equity, where the car's value sinks faster than the loan balance. But for many Gen X households, stretching the term is the only way to afford the safety features they feel their families need. This trade-off is not lost on buyers. Many remember when a 5-year loan was considered long, and a car's options list was just that, optional. Now safety and connectivity are built in, and so is the debt. The monthly bill is a reminder that the push for safer, more user-friendly cars comes with a price that is harder to ignore each year. Data collection in cars has reached a level that many Gen X drivers never imagined when they first learned to drive. With every mile, modern vehicles log speed, braking, and even the direction of a driver's gaze. In 2026, new driver state monitoring systems can detect if a driver looks away from the road for more than 3 seconds. Those alerts feel to some more intrusive than helpful. This constant surveillance is not just about safety, it has become a business model. In recent years, insurance companies have bought driving data from automakers, using records of hard braking and sharp turns to justify higher premiums. Among all age groups, Gen X leads in opting out of connected services that feed this data stream. For drivers who grew up when a car was a private space, the idea that every action behind the wheel is tracked and sold feels like a betrayal. Privacy advocates, many of them Gen Xers, have organized campaigns and online guides showing how to disable data sharing features or request deletion of personal data. One organizer, a former IT specialist, describes the new car experience as driving with a corporate chaperone. For this generation, the fight for privacy is personal, a stand against a future where the family car becomes just another node in the network, always watching and always reporting. Hybrid sales are booming among Gen X buyers in 2026, and nowhere is this clearer than with the Toyota Land Cruiser Hybrid. Dealers report waiting lists for the new model, which combines a familiar, rugged look with the quiet efficiency of electrified power. For many in this age group, plug-in hybrids offer the best of both worlds, enough electric range for daily errands, and the security of a gas engine for road trips. It is a compromise that feels sensible in a market full of extremes. But compromise has its limits. As automakers push software subscriptions, Gen X drivers are pushing back. The new Land Cruiser, for example, comes with hardware for a performance mode already built in, but unlocking it means paying an extra $20 per month. Some owners refuse to play along. One Gen X driver, an engineer by trade, spent weeks combing through online forums before jailbreaking his SUV software. With a few lines of code and a borrowed laptop, he unlocked the performance mode at no extra cost. He calls it getting what I already paid for. This mix of pragmatism and rebellion defines Gen X's approach. They accept new technology when it adds real value, but they will not pay twice for features that used to come standard. The next battle is brewing, not over what cars can do, but who controls what happens under the hood. Independent repair shops in 2026 face a new kind of barrier, one measured not in wrenches, but in code. When a Gen X mechanic tries to swap a dead battery or replace a sensor, the job now stops at the login screen. Proprietary software locks out anyone without a manufacturer's passcode, turning what was once a Saturday afternoon fix into a costly dealer visit. For drivers who grew up learning cars from the inside out, this shift cuts deep. Some organize, rallying local lawmakers to demand open access to diagnostics and repair data. Their argument is simple. If you own the car, you should be able to fix it. On the road, technology meant to protect sometimes feels like an unwanted passenger. Lane-keeping alerts and emergency braking systems intervene at the slightest drift. Among Gen X drivers, frustration is widespread. 62% report disabling active steering as soon as they start the engine, seeking the familiar feedback of a mechanical wheel instead of digital corrections. The systems may promise safety, but for many, they deliver only fatigue. A parallel story unfolds in the used car market. The search for a simpler driving experience has triggered a spike in demand for vehicles built from 2012 to 2018. Sales in this segment have jumped by 18%, driven by buyers looking for cars with just enough technology, modern safety, reliable mechanics, but no permanent cloud connection. Collector circles thrive on these Radwood models, with Gen X buyers treating them as mechanical sanctuaries. For some, the answer to modern complexity is not to fight, but to escape, to a time when cars felt like their own. Today's cars force a new choice: accept opaque tech and mounting costs, or fight for simplicity and control? Gen X's pushback shapes the market now, but for every driver, the stakes are clear. Who decides what your car can do? The answer still rides with us. Share your thoughts below.